Okay, so this is our next unit that we're going to be talking about. It is solving quadratic equations. Um, this is the TEK that it comes out of. It says solve quadratic equations having real solutions by factoring, taking square roots, completing the square, and applying the quadratic formula. So, what I wanted to kind of go through today is go through all four of those different methods and then have an example for you. So the first one that we're going to go through is factoring. I know you all love factoring, so this should be a good little practice and review of factoring. So here's an example of factoring. So x squared plus 19x equals negative 18. Or negative 84. Where I got 18 from. So negative 84. So what we've been doing with polynomials and quadratics is simply, with polynomials especially, have been polynomial expressions. So now we've changed it to an equation, meaning that it has an equal sign. So we're going to be solving. So the first thing we have to do is move over this 84 so that it is equivalent to 0. So x squared plus 19x plus 84 equals 0. We're trying to see where the graph crosses the x-axis when we're doing this. We're trying to find the solutions, the zeros. So what we're going to do next is factor it. We have to think about what times what equals 84, but adds to equal 19. So I would go ahead and do your x's, your first term in your binomial, and then your signs. So this one tells you that they're going to be the same, and this one tells you that they're both going to be positive. So you first have to go through the factors, and hopefully you're getting faster at this, which I'm going to go ahead and tell you is 7 and 12. So this isn't a 15, 20 minute video. So from here, once you've factored, this is still equal to 0. You're going to set both of these factors equal to 0, just like we did a couple days ago, right before the test. X plus 7 equals 0, and then x plus 12 equals 0. Then you're going to simply solve. Minus 7, x equals negative 7. Same thing on this side. Negative 12, or subtract 12 on this side. X equals negative 12. Okay, that means that that's where it's crossing the x-axis. Okay, the next one we're going to talk about is completing the square. Okay, when you're completing the square, this is a polynomial that would not be able to be factorable, so then you have to therefore complete it to be able to factor it. Remember, whenever you're adding something to one side of an equation and you're adding something to the other, it makes it equivalent. So this is the example that we're going to do for this is x squared minus 10x equals 11. Okay, I'm going to tell you right now, this is not factorable. So what you have to be able to do is complete that square to make it factorable. So there's an equation to this, and it's negative b over 2 squared. Okay. So what you're doing, I'm sorry, it's not negative b, it's positive b. So it's just going to be b over 2, and then that's squared. So negative 10, which it doesn't matter because then you're just going to square it anyway. So negative 10 divided by 2 squared. And then negative 10 divided by 2 is negative 5. Negative 5 squared is 25. So that's the amount that you're going to add to both sides to complete this square. you're going to have x squared minus 10x plus 25. And then whatever you do to one side, you have to do to the other. So this one is 36. Okay, so from here, you're able to factor this. So x, you know that they're both going to be the same, and they're both going to be negative. And they're both going to be 5. Okay, so from here, these both equal 36. So x minus 5 equals 36. X minus 5 equals 36, which is going to be the same thing. So x equals 41. Okay, so we're going to stop there.